All right, so we're going to start by uploading our sprites and setting up our variables. So we just go ahead and we start by uploading the spaceship, the 3 hearts. So let's go with this one, the laser ray, and the asteroid. So we're just going to upload those. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and fix each of them one by one. So the first of all, on the spaceship, we're going to set it to 0, 0. And we're going to reduce the size to 35. Then we're going to go on the laser ray, which we're first going to put at 0, 0 as well. And then we're going to hide it, right? Because we don't want this to be seen. We want to make copies of it. And we're going to make it smaller. We're going to make it around 15. All right, so that's the laser. Then we have our asteroid. We're going to make that a little bit smaller as well. We're going to put that to 35. And we just put it whatever. Doesn't really matter. We put it somewhere and we hide it. And then we are going to go on the hearts. First of all, we're going to make sure we put it in the right position. We want them to be displayed above the spaceship, somewhere around here, so that we can always see how many lives we have left. So we're going to put it at x equals 0 and y about 145. Right? And we're going to make it a little bit smaller. That's a little too big. We're going to make it about 60. All right, so that's perfect. That's very nice, and it's inside the display. Very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to also add some other costumes into this so that we can display different hearts depending on how many lives we have left. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the costumes and we're going to upload the other 2. So we're going to upload 2 hearts and 3 hearts. All right, and then maybe we put the third 3 as the first one, and then we put 1 after that. There we go, and we can make it a little bit smaller. Let's try 30, 35. That's better. All right. So now we have everything set up except for the background, right? So for the background, we want something deep into space, right? So there's one that I really like. So no need to upload this one actually. Let's go to choose a backdrop. And there's one called stars that is really nice. This one. Yeah, that one looks really good. So this is going to be our backdrop. So just double check, make sure that our spaceship is at 0, 0, size 35. Our laser is also at 0, 0, size 15, and it's not being shown. The hearts are up here at 0, 145, at size around 30 or 35. And then our asteroid is also not being shown, and the size is 35. It doesn't matter where the asteroid is because, again, we're going to make copies of it. All right, so now that we have all of those things in place, we need to set some variables because it's important to have those ready to go so that we can obviously go about making the program easier. So we've seen similar programs to this before. We've done similar games before. So by now we know a couple of the variables that we need. We need one to see if the game has ended or not. So we need the game ended variable, which we're not going to be showing. We also need another one for the score so that we can always display our score. This one is going to be shown and we can put it somewhere around here, somewhere at the bottom. We need another one for basically how many lives you have left. So we can just say ship life. And this one we're not going to show because we just show it with the lives up at the top. And that's pretty much it for now. We can add more later if there's a need for it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we also set all of these to the default for the beginning of the program. So we're going to go on the backdrop, and for when the flag is clicked, we're going to make sure we set all of these to the default they need to be. So we set the game ended to 0 because the game is just starting out. We set the score to 0 because, again, the game has just started out. We need the score to be 0. And we set the lives to 3 because we have 3 lives to start with. All right, so that's the ones that we need. Now we're going to go on the spaceship and we're going to add one more variable. Now this one is one that we haven't done before. It has to do with the direction of the ship. And the reason for that is because it's important to know the direction of the ship because we want the laser to come out in the same direction. So this is going to be important later on in the game. So we need to always keep track of the direction of the ship. So we're going to make a variable for that as well. And we're just going to call it ship direction. All right, so for this one, we're not going to show that one, right? The only one we're showing is the score. The other ones are all unticked. And for the spaceship, we're going to say when the flag is clicked. First of all, obviously, make sure that the spaceship is always shown. And then after that, we want to make sure that we also set the ship direction to a specific number. And in this case, because our spaceship is starting out at 90, we're just gonna, that seems like a reasonable way to start, so we're just gonna set it at that. We're gonna set the ship direction to 90 every single time we start out. All right, so that's pretty much it for now. Make sure you have all of your variables set up correctly, and you have all of the costumes and the backdrops set up as well. Again, we've done a lot of these before in other projects, so hopefully by now it's pretty easy to follow along and you know why we are doing what we're doing. So that's pretty much it for now. Make sure you have all of those in place, and I'll see you in the next video.